Now he's proposing a 20% consumption or sales tax on everything we bring in. Everyone agrees, including businesses, it would be destabilizing it, it would increase inflation and potentially lead to a recession.
If Kamala Harris has such great plans for how to address middle-class problems, then she ought to do them now. Not when asking for a promotion, but in the job the American people gave her 3.5 years ago.
The economy, immigration, abortion, gun control, just a few of the topics addressed tonight in the first and likely only vice presidential debate for the 2024 election. You watched it right here as Democratic Governor Tim Walz and Republican Senator J.D. Vance faced off tonight. Both spent the night leveling attacks against the tops of each ticket, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. Joining us now is KOMO political analyst Ron Dotzauer. Ron, thanks for being with us tonight.
You bet.
So at 4 o'clock, you were really looking forward to this debate.
Yes.
Now that it's over, your takeaways.
Interesting. Well, one of the things we said at 4 o'clock, do no harm.
Yeah.
I don't think any harm was done by either campaign tonight, okay? And I was a little taken aback by almost, I don't want to call it a love-in, but there certainly was a lot of niceties thrown back and forth between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. That was a little surprising to me. Now, when it came to attacking their top of the ticket, that was a different matter. But there was so much congeniality, I was a little surprised about that, number one. Number two, I think that J.D. Vance went in there and said, listen, I need to be a softer, kinder person because his stump speech has not presented himself particularly well on that regard. And I think he checked that box a little bit. I thought that Mr. Walz got off to a little bit of a slow start, and it took him a while to get his legs underneath him. And I thought he finished really strong on a number of issues, both the January 6th and democracy issues. He finished strong. But at the end of the day, I don't know that anybody moved the needle. I don't think the needle moved one bit tonight. So from that sense, both of them did what they needed to do, was don't get in trouble.
You know, some people were talking about the moderators getting too involved tonight. How did you feel about that?
Well, I thought they were pretty good. I don't, you know, when they did run over a little bit, I thought they kept the discipline. In fact, at one point, they had to shut off Mr. Vance's mic. That was the only time he kind of got off the rails a little bit. But other than that, I think that everybody sort of participated in the confines of the debate rules. And I thought that the moderators, while they weren't doing the quote-unquote on-check fact checks, I thought they did a nice job, and they kept moving the debate and the issues along, so we got exposure to all those range of issues that you just described, Preston.
Oh, both candidates were asked about the escalating war in the Middle East.
Yeah.
What did you think of their responses?
Well, they kind of dodged that. You know, that was right at the outset, and I don't know that they really sort of, I mean, they talked about, you know, Israel has a right to defend itself, which is kind of what the message that we're hearing from not just them, but from everybody else across the board, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, the White House, the majority leader, they're all saying pretty much the same thing. And so, but it is a little, honestly, it's a little scary time. You know, I think we all should be keeping a very close eye, all of us, of what's happening in the Middle East. And it, you know, as a former Vietnam vet, and you think how far away that is, but it's much closer to home than we realized at the time. So hopefully that some sense is going to be made out of coming to some diplomatic solution here so that we don't have this kind of escalation and risk to the country. But in terms of their answer, they were fine with it. And they touched and they went.
All right, well, Ron, you are the political analyst and the consultant. I think it's high praise for you to say neither got in trouble tonight.
No, they didn't, which is a little surprising sometimes.
Ron, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Stay with KOMO News for continuing coverage of the race for the White House and all other 2024 races. As we lead up to Election Day, we'll have updates here on KOMO TV and, of course, online at KOMOnews.com.